But me, I don't care, $100, $5. I needs that. Okay? I needs that. All of it. I needs that. Okay? So red flags. 4 red flags just that quick. And I haven't even gotten to the airport yet. Good morning, guys. Today is January 22nd at 9 o'clock a.m. on a Saturday, and I'm about to catch my Spirit flight to Atlanta from Chicago. This is going to be a video about my complete Spirit Airlines experience, from the, booking the flight to going to the airport, checking in, the actual flight experience, all of that good stuff. So, starting out with, when I booked the ticket, I actually booked the ticket for a different occasion. I was The first time I booked the ticket was in September, and I was going to my cousin's wedding in November. And but things change. I end up getting a different flight, so I canceled my Spirit flight and got a voucher of about $100. First of all, I spent about $200 on that ticket. That included luggage, check bags, seats, all of that. Yes, it is true that Spirit nickel and dimes you for every single thing, from the seat, carry on, check bag. They have some kind of priority flight lineup before you board the plane, priority boarding. Of course, the insurance, all kind of stuff. So I did get the insurance, or whatever it was, that if you were to change or cancel your flight, you would be covered. Like, you can be able to make changes. Yeah, the change fee or whatever. So, because I didn't want to forfeit my whole ticket if something happened. So something happened, and I was like, okay, well, I can just change my flight. Y'all, I go to change my flight, and they literally like charged me all kind of penalties, and I only got $100 from that $200 flight that I had just booked. And I'm like, what was the point of purchasing the change wave fee if you're gonna charge me anyway? So whatever. So I said, okay, whatever, I'll take it. I'll take $100 loss, whatever. I can just put that credit towards another trip. So it came time for me to put the credit towards another trip, which is this trip. And I tried to book this ticket earlier this month, and I'm like, okay, I got $100 credit. My sister's baby shower is coming up. I need to get to Atlanta. There are a bunch of direct flights from Chicago to Atlanta and back. So I was like, okay, boom, like, this is perfect. Let me just go ahead and book the flight. So the flight was like $99. So I was like, bet. Let me go ahead and book it. Y'all, I go to book the doggone flight, and it's telling me that I no longer had a credit. And not only did I not have a credit, like, when I went to go key it in, it said that my name was spelled incorrectly or something, and didn't match the name that was trying to book the ticket, like, from the last reservation. I was like, oh my God. So I then called customer service. I used the chat feature first. It took them about an hour to get back to me through the chat feature, and I was on the phone with them at the same time, on hold. So they hit me up on the chat feature first. So I hung up the phone. I'm on chat feature, and I'm telling them the situation, and they're like, well, it looks like you booked a flight already using the credit, and you only have $1.46 left on that credit. And not only did I book a flight on December 26th using that credit, but I then canceled that flight and got a credit of $1.46. I said, that's incorrect. I never booked a flight on December 26th. And I asked them, where is the flight coming from? Where is it going? What email was used to book the flight and what name was used? Because it couldn't have been my name because I never booked the flight, never even got an email confirmation for anything. So they're like, okay, let's investigate. They couldn't tell me anything, basically. And the lady was like, well, if you don't have the confirmation number, then I can't give you any information about the flight. And I'm like, how am I to have the confirmation number if I never got a confirmation email and I never booked the flight? Duh. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, like if somebody like hacked my account or whatever. So they're like, we're going to investigate. It looks like it's some fraud activity going on. We're going to investigate it. I'm like, all right, bet, whatever. So they basically told me they was going to hit me back in a matter of 5 to 7 business days. Never happened. So I called up there and I'm like, I told them the situation again. And the guy was like, well, you booked the flight on December 26th. And I said, again, I'm letting you know, if you look at your notes from the last conversation I had with the last rep, that didn't happen. They were investigating and I never heard back anything. He said, okay, if you don't hear anything back from the next 5 to 7 business days, contact us. So I said, okay, well, I'm trying to book this flight in the next couple of weeks. Like, I need to hear something back. So they never hit me back, y'all. So I called within the next few days and they directed me directly to the fraud department and tell me why in a matter of 2.5 seconds they refunded me my $100 credit. That's all y'all had to do from the beginning. Y'all know I did not make that purchase. But I say that to say the customer service sucks. It completely sucks from the get-go. You can't even handle my credit. First of all, you nickel and dime me everything, first of all. Second of all, when I went to redeem my credit, you told me that I no longer had a credit. And that somebody mysteriously used it in my name and booked another trip, then canceled it again. That's second red flag. Third red flag, your customer service sucks. Why am I on hold for an hour to get my situation handled? The chat feature, I'm holding for an hour. What are y'all doing over there? Like, come on. I understand things happen. A lot of travelers are calling. Y'all got to figure out a better system. Fourthly, not only that, I don't think it was just anybody that hacked my account. Because first of all, I got LifeLock. If somebody tried to hack any of my accounts, email, Gmail, all of that, LifeLock is going to notify me. Anytime my passwords are compromised, I get an email, I get a call from LifeLock. Trust, dark web, all that stuff. So any minor thing that happens in any of my accounts, I know about it. So you mean to tell me somebody used my email, right? And they used my credit, right? And then they used my name and booked a whole flight? How do they know my email? And then why would they book it in my name if when they get to the airport, they don't have no identification that says my name? They don't have no nothing. They can't confirm nothing. So that goes to tell me that nobody was committing fraud upon me other than Spirit, because I feel like they were intentionally taking my credit with the hopes that I would never book again and use the actual credit, and they removed it from my account. The fraud department. And how did you so easily assess that it was fraudulent activity going on my account? Because that's what y'all be doing. Y'all hope that nobody uses this credit so that y'all can just go ahead and redeem it. And it's so hard. And then some people will just let it go. But me, I don't care, $100, $5. I needs that. Okay? I needs that. All of it. I needs that. Okay? So, red flags. 4 red flags just that quick. And I haven't even gotten to the airport yet. So, anyways, y'all, so that's my little tidbit on the customer service piece. I'm about to head to the airport in like actually a few minutes. So I'll see y'all later, and then I'll let y'all know how the flight experience goes. I'm honestly scared, but wish me luck. All right, bye. But I did want to say, I didn't get any check bags. Like, I didn't get really any add-ons. I did purchase the seats to have a window seat because that's my preference. I rather pay extra to have a window seat than to be stuck in the middle or aisle seat where I'm not comfortable. That's just me personally. So on the way there, the window seat was like $6. On the way back, it was like 12 or something like that. But I paid it because I mean, your girl, I thrive in luxury. Okay. On Spirit Airlines. But so what I will say though, starting out with just going to the terminal, there is a certain kind of target that Spirit Airlines has as far as customer base. Um is they're different. And you can kind of tell that, not to kind of like, I don't know, put anybody down or anything, but you can tell that they focus Spirit's focus is to charge as low as possible for the flights for people to be able to afford them. So you're not going to have the most luxurious, clientele, you know? So, more people from around the way, very, very much more diverse than the other airlines that I've experienced before. Um, People are a little bit more rough around the edges. So there is a difference. So, not to be bougie, I guess, but I am used to like American Airlines and Delta is mainly, who I fly with. So to fly Spirit, it's honestly like seriously like a classist kind of environment at the airport. Like if people know you're flying with Spirit, they looking at you like she ain't got no money, or that's a broke ass bitch. Like because I felt out of place. Like I'm neither of those things. So, but I'm not saying that those who fly Spirit are only those things, of course. But it's just you kind of get that feeling of you're on a lower end airline, so you yourself are lower end, which sometimes Spirit does offer better prices for their flights, and sometimes it may work, and depending on your quality of what you prefer, that might be your preference. But so I did notice the environment was a bit different as far as the people that book with Spirit. Again, I flew out of the Chicago airport, so use your imagination. As far as like the in-flight experience, I mean, it was pretty standard. I'm not even gonna lie. Like going on the plane, it was like any other plane. I mean, it didn't look any different. The seats were a bit smaller. I will say that the leg room was a bit tighter, but it wasn't anything too major. Like, I had enough space, but I'm small. I'm a woman and I'm a smaller woman, so it might not be a big deal to me, but to other people, maybe. The overhead space was pretty standard, but it was smaller than your average airline. I didn't have a carry-on to put up there, so I couldn't really tell the difference, but I know it's not as big as a standard 20-inch suitcase or something, piece of luggage for regular airlines, or at least American. So that was a little smaller, but the actual space from above your head to like the lights and stuff was, it was a lot more space than, you know, having a bigger compartment for overhead bin space, and then it being like, closer to your head, versus having smaller luggage space and having more space. Depending on like your height, if you're a bigger person, then you're like, okay, well, I can just be more comfortable than just like kind of claustrophobic. So up to your preference. Me, I prefer to have more space for my carry-on. That's just me. But like I said, I'm a smaller woman. So anyway, starting out with, from Chicago to Atlanta, the flight it started off a little rocky, not gonna lie. You know how when pilots are like taking off, taking off, and then like we're on a runway and they kind of like, the steering wheel feels like they're doing this. That happened like too many times on the runway, and I'm like, hell, like, here we go. So that's exactly what I said, like, here we go. So I didn't know what to expect with that. A little bit nervous, but I was like, they fly planes all the time. Like, I'm gonna be fine. Like, this shit is not gonna crash or nothing. Like, I'm pretty sure you have to be certified by the plane association or something, I don't know, to be able to fly planes. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be good. So, like I said, the pilot was rocky. I don't like when they do that, because first of all, we starting off wrong. Starting out with, like, this is not what we need to be doing. Okay. We finally get up in the air. They're dipping. You know how like and you're dipping. That was going on. But after that, I mean, it was pretty chill. I mean, I was asleep, Sorry, I didn't really stay up the whole flight. The flight was about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. And I slept for the most part. I had a window seat and I woke up and it was time to land, and they landed the plane and I was alive. So honestly, it wasn't a bad flight experience. Overall, all in all, to be 100% honest, like, it was pretty standard. Like, other than like less leg room and the seats being a little bit more tight and the overhead bin space being a little bit more tight, I don't have any complaints. My flight, like I said, and it being rocky a little bit, but I've experienced that with other airlines as well. I'm not gonna like, fault them for that. It happens. It's kind of like a casualty. But all in all, I would say that my flight experience was, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Customer service, 0 out of 10. 1.5 out of 10. Cause they did resolve. Maybe 2 out of 10. They did resolve my complaint. But that's it, y'all. Like, I don't have a dramatic story to tell. Like, I didn't, I didn't die. That's what you're wondering. I think it's safe to fly Spirit. If you want to fly Spirit, like, go for it. Like, don't let other people's experiences deter you from doing what you feel is best for you to do. If it's more affordable, whether you just like the airline, go for it. I'm not knocking anybody. Would I do it again? If I had to, I would. Yes, I would. I have my preferences, like I said, but hey, I'm not that picky. Like, I'm not that particular about, a brand. Like, come on now, let's get for real. So, that's pretty much my experience with flying Spirit Airlines. I mean, I hope it was helpful. Um, And yeah, so if y'all have any other questions, like feel free to comment down below in the comment section. And I will holler at y'all later. Mwah. Talk to you later. Bye.